Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250 and welcome back to Nier. So I looked it up, did a little bit of research, and I think today's going to be our last episode of Nier. I'm going to have one more episode where I talk about stuff, but this should be our last episode. And the reason we're coming back right here is because apparently in here inside of a box is our last weapon. Here we go. You got the two-handed sword, the Phoenix sword, which finds us every weapon, which is all we need to get endings C and D. So, nothing has changed except for what happens after the Shadow Lord fight. However, I do want to have a little bit of talk. So, but I want to check something before we go, just to see if the game's told us or not. So, we'll be back in just a bit when I find out. Now, I haven't talked much about these Project Gestalt reports that we got towards the end of the game, but I thought I'd go over them a little bit here because they do have some stuff that I wanted to talk about. But the Gestalt process, I think as I've said before, was the process of separating a person's soul from their body in order to have their soul outlive this calamity. They talk about it as an incurable bacterial disease here. And the idea was that they will make replicants, which are what, Nier and Yona and all the other people we know are, what we think are as humans. And then they'll have the Gestalts, which are all the shades, be able to live through it. Now, of course, as time went on, they start to have these relapses, which are described here. And it's a catastrophic loss of sentience seen in certain Gestalts. And they don't know exactly why it's happening, but they think that it's because there's some sort of problem with the transformation process, which, keep in mind, is heavily powered by magic. So it's not like they have a whole lot of scientific backing to really support any of this stuff. Now, of course, the goal after all of this stuff was to get the Gestalts and the replicants back together, basically to make the replicants hold the Gestalts, or have the Gestalts go into the replicants and resume normal human activity. And the way that was supposed to work was that there were two books, Vice and Nier, and they're basically like a lock and key. They work together and they basically force all of the Gestalts into the humans. So in essence, they're kind of like a launch code. You have two buttons in a nuclear facility, or it's like in a nuclear sub, and when they're both pushed, the missiles get shot off. That's sort of how this works. And finally, we have a little bit more information on the replicants here. So, what happened was the replicants suddenly gained sentience after, all these years. I don't know how, but they did. They gained sentience, and that caused a lot of the Gestalts to start relapsing and going crazy, starting attacking the replicants. And they are referring to the original. The original happens to be the original Nier, or the Shadow Lord, as we call him. What he does is, through some sort of magic process, he feeds the Gestalts, which allows them to continue being Gestalts, because I'm guessing that you can't just have a Gestalt stay the way it is. It's gotta be sustained somehow. And they don't really know why this is happening, but for some reason there's some issue with the original Gestalt, aka original Nier, and his daughter. Which you end up finding out basically later that, well, I don't know if they ever say it exactly, but basically the original Nier gets fed up because, keep in mind, his daughter had the Black Scrawl, and he gets fed up that we haven't been able to figure out a way to save her yet, so he decides he's going to take it into his own hands, kidnap the replicant, Yona, and try to force them together himself. Anyway, that was some more background information. The biggest problem with this Let's Play is the fact that I haven't played the game before this. I've seen it, but I haven't played it before this, so I can't remember what exactly we have and haven't gone over. And I've got a lot to talk about in the after video. That's probably going to be at least half an hour, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to the endings of the game.
reason to live.
Well, ain't that precious.
I'm happy for him.
You know, Sunshine, that black scrawl has almost completely taken you over.
Yeah, I know.
But goddamn, we had fun, huh? Killing and killing and more killing. What a rush!
Yeah.
Wait, no! No, no, no! It wasn't fun at all! I turned you into a killing machine. I spread evil and chaos around the world. But it all feels so empty now. Why? I don't understand!
Sorry, Sunshine. Maybe I'm just nicer than you thought.
Stop! Don't treat me this way! I hate it when people are nice to me! I'm gonna swallow you up, Sunshine! I'm gonna swallow you whole!
Kaine, what is it?
Listen to me. The shade inside me is growing, and I can't stop it. Soon, real soon, I'm gonna go berserk.
I can't hold it back anymore!
Kaine, you have to fight. You have to...
Just shut up and listen to me! Emil is gone, all right? So there's no way anyone can stop me. Please. Before it comes to that, I want you to kill me. Consider it a final request.
And the shade is taken over yet again.
Tyrant, I don't want to hurt my friends.
Well, hell, Sunshine! It's not like I can stop it! When Gestalts go out of control, they lose their minds. Your memory and mine will be completely overridden!
Hurry,
Kaine!
run!
Give me just one moment.
God damn it! There has to be a way! No, I won't do that!
Yeah, the bullet hell never really stops. It's all the way there toward the end of the game.
We didn't come here to watch each other die. You taught me something, Kaine. You taught me that a man must be strong to protect those he
Well, there might be one way to save her.
Who said that?
It don't matter, so don't ask. Just shut up and listen.
Wait, are you...
I said, listen! There's a way to save Kaine's life, alright? But you're gonna have to make a difficult decision.
I'll do whatever it takes.
When the time comes, I'm going to pin Kaine down. And as soon as I do, you need to stab her in the heart.
No, I can't.
Fine. Don't believe me. Stand around with your thumb up your ass and watch her die a terrible death.
You want me to believe you?
Suppose at this point Nier doesn't have much of a choice, does he?
Very nice. Now, if you want to save your precious Kaine, there are two ways to do it. One is to plunge your sword into her chest. That's what she wants after all. Freedom from burdens. Freedom from life.
What's the other way?
The other way is to make her a normal human being again. But to make that happen, you gotta trade your own existence for hers. Well, there you go. Good luck with that.
You're the
Wow,
shade
thanks.
inside Kaine. Why are you trying to help her?
Probably for the same reason you are. Enough talk. Make your choice.
By the way, one thing I didn't really mention, but Tyran is a shade, which means Tyran was a human. Probably, it's guessed at that he was probably some sort of homicidal maniac type of person that got gestaltized or whatever. But he's not Kaine's shade, he's just a shade. So, he's basically just another person who's been living inside of her. So this wasn't like Kaine was ever really made human again. And over time, Tyran, he wasn't initially, he wasn't initially relapsed, but over time he became relapsed, and this is why Kaine turned into, well, this. So what do? Well, we've got two options here. Top option is ending C, bottom option is ending D. I wouldn't be able to, well, let's save that, because you'll find out what I'm going to say in about the next 3 minutes. But we're going to go with option C first, just because it makes more sense in terms of story. So let's end Kaine's life and free her from her burden.
Kaine. Kaine. Let's go home.
Can you hear me? I spent years inside Kaine's body, tormenting her from within. I felt her pain, her emotions, as if they were my own. And there was so much pain. So when I say she's free now, I want you to believe me. Thanks to you, Kaine has been forgiven and saved. Oh wait, she had a final message for you.
Thank you.
Kaine. always be together.
I wonder where his daughter ran off to. No, seriously, like, she's still supposed to be around here, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, that's ending C of Nier. And of course the other option is ending D. One thing I wanted to bring up, because I think I may have forgotten to bring this up, but the big kicker about all this, the thing that makes this game just, you know, just add on to the sadness, is that the whole plan here was to have the two books joined together and have both the Gestalts and the Replicants come together and make humans again. But with the books out of the way, because keep in mind, both of the books are basically gone now. So there's no real way to get them to join. And with Shadow Lord, aka Gestalt Nier, gone, there's basically nothing supplying any possible remaining Gestalts with magic. So they're going to fairly quickly go crazy. Because one of the reasons why all of the shades or at least most of the shades that were in the Lost Shrine were sentient and weren't really attacking until, you know, and they were defending themselves, mind you, and trying to defend the Shadow Lord, was the fact that he was the only thing keeping them going. And I think that's why a lot of the shades that were farther away, aka not in the Lost Shrine, had gone crazy. But of course, what has Nier done here? Well, Nier, rather unceremoniously, killed Gestalt Nier. Which in fact means that there's no more magic being spread out, and that all of the remaining Gestalts are going to go crazy, like I said. Which means that humanity's kind of screwed, because the way that the replicants worked is that the replicants were kind of like regular humans. They would live and die, and then they would have parents come together and have more children, but these children's genetic code were made from the Gestalts, which is, the Black Scrawl came from, I believe, if the Gestalt started to go crazy, that's what the Black Scrawl was. And it was sort of like, imagine like kind of like a genetic deformity or something, if you would, or imagine a data backup. That's actually probably more accurate, honestly, a data backup, in that if the original data gets corrupted, then your backup gets corrupted too. Or if your backup gets corrupted, your original data can get corrupted. Think of it like that, because you're restoring from a backup is what's happening. So basically what Nier's done is screwed the entire human race. All the humans or all the replicants that are currently living, which aren't really humans, are going to die, but they're not going to be brought back to life, because the Gestalts are going to be screwed over, even if they weren't. The people in the area that organized this were Popol and Devla. Popol and Devla are gone. So they weren't really going to be able to have any more people made. There's no backups. The current data is going to die out, and, well, everything's screwed. So Nier effectively ended the world, or ended humanity from the world. And you wonder who the real monster is. I'll have a little bit more to say on that in a bit. Anyway, hope you guys are ready for ending D. This is one of the more exciting things, and slightly scary for Let's Playing. So let's get to it. You guys ready for ending D? This is it. So let's just think about this for a moment before we begin. Sacrifice your own existence to make kind of human again. He didn't just say sacrifice your life, which would be synonymous to, you know, some sort of thing where you have to kill yourself to provide some sort of life essence to her. He used the word existence, and that's kind of a powerful word if you think about it. The difference between living and existing are two completely different things. You can be dead, but still existed. So, existence is a powerful word here. Keep that in mind.
You will disappear from this world. Your daughter, your friends, everyone in your life will forget you. You and any sign that you ever existed will be erased. And in exchange, Kaine will return to her mortal life.
Now just think about that if you would for a moment. The idea of just never existing. This isn't just being dead. People wouldn't mourn for you. People wouldn't even know you existed. If you choose this option, all of your save data will be erased. Are you sure about this? Even if you elect against it this time, you can always return to the selection by clearing the game again. Are you still sure about this? All Nier save data on the same gamer profile will be erased, so you can only choose this option once. Are you really sure about this? This is your last chance to change your mind. Are you really, really sure about this? And just like you would imagine, if you didn't exist, you wouldn't have any of this data, any of these weapons, any of these words Nier's collected throughout. Everything in here is basically gone. Look, a shaman fish, the one fish I ever caught in the game, gone. All of your experience, gone. All of those keys that we sought after so hard, gone. But not just that. No, something far more valuable is at stake. Now let's hope that I don't get a power outage, because I would probably cry right now.
Are you alright?
Yona.
Are you the one who helped me? Oh, thank you.
I'm glad you're okay.
What's wrong? I mean, you defeated the Shadow Lord and everything, but you don't look happy.
I don't?
Oh, a lunar tear. How pretty.
Yeah. I guess I am. It's like I just found something special. Something very special.
And that's ending D of Nier. That is everything from Nier. Now there's two extra things I want to show you, and I'll show you them in just a moment, but let me take a moment to just talk to you guys. So, keep in mind now, we have chosen, or I guess Nier has chosen, to erase his entire existence in order to save Kaine. Now, of course, some things don't quite add up, because the story according to how it's seen now is that Kaine rescued Yona, but there's a lot of things that don't make sense, like what caused Kaine to want to rescue Yona? What was her motivation? Well, she had none. She really had none, so why did she do this? Like, there's a hole missing somewhere, and it's about Nier-shaped. It's because Kaine had no reason to go with Nier on this adventure. She had no reason to collect all these items, to get to the Shadow Lord, to defeat the Shadow Lord. She had no reason to do any of this, so why did she do this? And that's her current problem. Like I said, there's two more things I want to show you guys, so as soon as the credit roll's finished, I'll show you them. And you know, the saddest thing about it all is the fact that he doesn't exist, so no one knows he existed, and yet he made such a big sacrifice for Kaine, but she'll never really know. That's probably the worst part, is that she got such a huge thing fulfilled for her, but she doesn't even know that it was ever a need she ever had, or anything she wanted fulfilled, like being able to live again. And that's interesting, isn't it? Isn't it? So what are the last two things I'm going to be showing you guys? Well, they're not really anything story related. This is more gameplay stuff. Or gameplay side of stuff, I suppose. But this one's pretty interesting, I think. Thanks for playing. So, the first one you guys will see in just a moment. We've had a black screen on Nier at the opening of Nier. However, now we've got a little lunar tear over here. Just a small thing, I suppose, but considering that you only see this after playing through the game 4 times, I think it's something kind of special. And then, of course, let's go to continue, shall we? This really did erase all of our data. Like, no joke. Like, seriously, I could not go back and play that again, unless I made a data backup, but I chose not to. So, what would happen if we decided, well, you know what, I want to relive the saga of Nier. I want to relive the saga of Nier. Unfortunately, that name cannot be used. Now, why is that? I wonder why. Maybe it's because Nier doesn't exist, so we can't possibly be in this game. Huh? I love that. It's so cool, and that's only for this. We could do that, and we've got a game to start. So, that's a small thing. Keep in mind that's all based on local system data. I could, you know, completely erase everything to Nier actually, and, you know, do a actual fresh start over, and that wouldn't happen. But I think it's a really neat thing, and it really is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed Nier. Let me know what you thought of it. I'm going to be releasing one more video later where I talk about a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I hope you guys want to hear some stuff. I'm going to put a lot of text on screen, however, in case you guys want to read it along with me. No, please, shut up. And I'll be talking about a lot of the backstory to Nier, mostly stuff that relates to Gestalt Nier before all this stuff happened, and why this whole calamity happened, how it relates to the original Drakengard game, and so on. Feel free to leave any questions you currently have, and I will hopefully be able to talk about them in the video, or at the very least in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and shut up, Kaine, and I'll see you next time for the final video of Nier, but this is the last actual game video of Nier. Thanks for watching. Bye!